What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time I am taking a look at our boy DSP's not daily rap podcast, which was, oh my lord, boring as all hell. But I did get a little video for you guys where our boy DSP is trashing Call of Duty beta. Now it's hard to do that since it is a good game. I played the demo. I played the beta this weekend. I thought it was good. I'm playing the beta on PC on Saturday. Might do a stream, by the way, so I'll definitely let you guys know. But our boy is straight up trash and straight up garbage on this game. So anyway, he tried to say a couple nice things, but of course our boy has to pig-splain why he sucks at this game. And of course, what is he blaming for why he was such trash in this game? Of course, Buggy netcode. Let's watch the video.
Now, let us jump into the topics I'd like to discuss today. First topic is the Modern Warfare 2 open beta. So what are my thoughts? Because people keep asking me, what are your thoughts? Do you like it? What do you think about it? 3 hours in, I like it, okay? At first, I was like, oh no, it does feel like Modern Warfare 1 again. And then people were like, dude, you have to disable the motion blur. They're just like, you have to turn it off.
Yeah, Denhead Phil has no clue how to shut off stupid motion blur. What an idiot. He played for like 20 minutes with it on, and it didn't matter. He shut it off and he was still trash.
So I turned it off, and I was like, the game feels so much better. The motion blur alone makes the game feel sluggish and slow-mo and shitty. Why they would put in artificial motion blur into the game to begin with is baffling. Do you want everything you do to look like a CGI cutscene? You know, you're trying to do things that are reacting to things around you quickly. You don't want to see extra blur hindering your vision and making you feel like you're moving in slow-mo. It's just shit. And I have no idea why it's in there or why anyone who works on this game thinks it would be anything that people would want. It's asinine and stupid. So as soon as I turned it off, I was like, wow, it immediately feels better.
Actually, the main reason for the motion blur really is for low-power PCs and low-power units. So essentially, if you're playing with a PS4, original PS4, this game may run like shit. So if you activate the motion blur, it actually runs slightly better. Same thing for low power PCs versus high power PC. I have a high power PC with an RTX 3090 card in it. So I can shut off motion blur and get 145 FPS running with no problem whatsoever, Phil. That's why it's in there.
The controls, I'll be honest, are pretty responsive. Yeah, and especially, of course, when you're getting the better perks like aim down the sight faster and stuff. But I would say it feels pretty darn good. I'm liking the control scheme of the game. Is it like old school Call of Duty? No, it's not. It's not. It's very different. But so far, I like the things they've tossed into it. The maps are all right, but the thing is, I've played on a farm map. Like 80% of the time I've been playing, I don't know why the game keeps giving me the same map over and over instead of different maps.
I explained that earlier, you moron. The reason is because they probably have specific servers with specific maps, and they're knowing that they probably got several million people actually playing this beta over the weekend. So they wanted to avoid the system crashing, not being able to get matches, locking everybody up. Because we know morons like you would get on your stream and complain and bitch about Activision being cheap and not knowing what they're doing and complaining. So what they probably did was they probably created a certain amount of servers, and what they did was they just assigned a certain amount of maps to a certain amount of servers and a certain amount of players to those servers so that it doesn't crash, it doesn't lag it, and that's probably why. It's not anything new. Some other I'm trying to think. Did Red Dead do it? I think Red Dead 2 did something similar when they pumped out their beta. They did something similar where they kind of limited what you could do just because they didn't want it crashing. So
I want to play the other maps, but the game keeps giving me the farm map a million.
Sorry, what I meant was Red Dead Online. They did something similar where when it was in beta or alpha, they kind of limit what you can do and limit how many people because they didn't want to come crashing down.
Times. There's the hotel, and I think there's a museum. I played on each of them like twice, if that. I mean, give me variety. Maybe today we'll get more. We'll see. But, I like the maps so far, too. I think they're kind of nice. They look very detailed. The graphics are obviously quite good. And I'm enjoying so far the M4, which is the starter gun. Now, today I'm going to pick different guns. Maybe I'll have different opinions. We'll see. But so far, the M4 is pretty good. I like the variety of equipment right away, which is nice that they have all this equipment. I'm using the decoy, which I never used in a Call of Duty before, and it seems to be really good. It's fooling everyone, and everyone's going after this decoy, and I'm able to get the drop on them, which is really nice. I've also noticed, and it's funny because I was literally just going to talk about it, and Madara, as God just said it, he said, did you notice you could do kill streaks or score streaks? Yes. What they've done is they have your option to customize how you want to play. Kill streaks for those who like the Infinity War games. Score streaks for those who like the Treyarch games. Which is pretty interesting. Now, I've only had kill streaks so far. I don't know if score streaks would be better or worse. I guess I could try that today. But also, the kill streak, score streak rewards are a variety of things from the Infinity War and the Treyarch games kind of combined. I've only seen a few of them. So I guess we'll see as I continue to play. But even with this kill streaks, I did pretty good yesterday. I had a few, care packages. I had mortar strikes. And when you get the care package, you get the higher end stuff. I think I got one of the stealth bombers and stuff like that. So, I'm excited to play more today. To experience, hopefully, more maps. Not the same one map over and over. I really hope that I get more than one map. But also to try other weapons. As you know, when I play Call of Duty, I like to typically swap between weapons and level them up and then get to another weapon and level that one up. It's kind of the incentive to keep playing the game is you're doing different things with different weapon loadouts and things, right?
That's what everyone does.
So, I'm excited for today. I like it. I'm pleasantly surprised and enjoying myself. Now.
Okay, here's the excuse of why he sucks at this game and his nice long rant on him shitting on the game.
The one thing I will admit, the online play sometimes is great and sometimes is not so great. There's been matches where everything seems responsive and great, and then there's matches where I'm playing and I definitely get the drop on the person. I definitely shoot them 5-6 times on my screen. I instantly die. Watch the kill cam. Oh, the server says they shot you first.
That literally never happened on his stream. I watched the full 3 hours of that horrible gameplay, and not once did that happen to him. Every single time he died, the other person got the drop on him and shot him first. And even if he shot, he sprayed all over the place, didn't hit the guy, and the guy just tapped him in the head and he was down. That's what happened. Please go look at my footage in my video. You can clearly see that our boy Phil is just slow, terrible, and his react time is just bad. He's worse than Wings, and that's saying a lot.
Okay? This is 100% typical for Call of Duty. It's been doing this forever, and they still don't improve the netcode. They don't care. If you buy Call of Duty every year, and no one complains about this happening, why would they ever improve it? Right? Unless someone
No one complains because it doesn't happen, Phil. Yeah, you might have an occasional bug here or there, but for the most part, it's pretty clean. Call of Duty is pretty clean when it comes to multiplayer. And if you're shot and you die in the game, that's because you got the drop. Somebody got the drop on you. Okay? Now we know this all goes back to your whole Street Fighter, Splatoon, and every online multiplayer game that you play. You complain about the netcode, and it's always when you're losing. It's always when you're losing. You never complain when you don't lose. You never say, oh, I got lucky, or the only reason why I won was because of the buggy netcode. No, never happens when that occurs, when you win. But of course, when you lose, which is often, it's a problem.
man's advancement, they won't give it to you. Alright? We just got done talking yesterday about why Rockstar invested 9 fucking years into Grand Theft Auto Online. Because people just kept sinking money into it. Why are they going to give you GTA 6 when you're going to continuously give them money for GTA 5? Right? So finally, the GTA 5 online well ran dry, and they're going to make GTA 6. If you literally don't complain about this bad netcode every year, and you say, well, whatever, it's Call of Duty, they'll never improve it. Every year I call it out. And I say, how is it that you can blatantly see on my stream, I aim, I fire, I hit the guy multiple times, I instantly die. Instant. It's not like, oh, we're in a firefight and we're trading bullets. It's just, you're just instantly dead. But then on their screen, oh, they were definitely shooting you first before you ever even drew your weapon. It's like, it's atrociously stupid. And they still don't improve it. I basically just have to accept it. If I'm going to play Call of Duty, I have to accept that half the time that will be my experience, because that is literally 50% of Call of Duty Online. And by the way, I should say this. Many years ago, it wasn't like that. Call of Duty, when it first was about like World War II, and before the games got so fast and furious and crazy, it actually was quite accurate. Because the World War II games, you know, this was like the first 3 Call of Duties, did not have smaller maps, did not have more fast running gun action. It was based more strategically on placing yourself in maps and sniping and getting the drop on enemies. It wasn't like that. So back then, it never was an issue. All right, it wasn't until literally the Modern Warfares and the Black Ops came to prominence that the netcode started to become suspect. Okay, and now you can just blatantly notice it like half the time. Okay, so it is what it is. And the thing is, you will hear me complain about it. I'm gonna call it out when it blatantly happens, but I'm gonna try not to let it sour my experience, because sadly, if I do, then I might as well not play the game at all, right? I have to accept they still didn't improve it. It's gonna be the same thing, and you just gotta kind of be like, well, either you like it, or either you accept it or you don't, because they still haven't fixed it. All right, so that's how I'm going into it and understand. I will be critical of it. I'll call it out when it happens, but I'm not gonna be like, well, I refuse to play the game now or anything. You know, I booted it. I had to expect it. I knew they weren't gonna fix it. Okay.
Alright boys, that's the video. Of course our boy has to blame his infamous netcode for why he sucks. I'm going to have a second video out later on with the gameplay. Please watch it and you will see how terrible he is. And I am not editing anything out. I'm such as just taking his gameplay, recording it, and showing you how god awful he is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Shazam!